Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, we're going to do part 2. I'm just making my coffee, guys. Good morning. Let's see. You ready for part 2? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Good morning. Let me just clean the glasses. I went since 3, and I was like so contemplating whether or not I wanted to come on. But here I am. But I just got pulled to the movie Spirit. With the horse. Oh, I'm not liking this. I don't have any sugar down here, so I'm using this caramel to sweeten up the espresso. Okay. So I slightly remember yesterday's. All I remember was saying, like, wow, like, I believe it was 12, I'm hearing, but descendants, 12 ancestors delivering messages. So let's start this at read. At 5 and 1 more minute. And let's see what other messages. I know it might sound like I'm repeating myself if you watched part 1 and you remember it by heart. Because I don't quite remember. I just remember being like, I know there's a lot more energy on this board because it felt like I wasn't tapping into the spirits and spirits that I was, but it just didn't feel like it. So I didn't want to just stop it like that. So this was the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck was the 4 of Wands, Father of Coin, the big house, which is the Tower. Then over here, we have the Seven of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Three of Cups, Seven of Cups, Father of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands, Mother of Pentacles, Mother of Wands. Her, to me, I got a very manipulative vibe. I remember towards the end of the reading, I could have said something about children. Manipulating children to do certain stuff, like, oh, you do this and I'll give you this, or, you know, what's in the soup, and you don't tell them what's in the soup or whatnot, you know. But then you have the Lovers, and this particular Lovers, as you guys are walking down the path, there is an ancestor here that is not happy about who you're with. Not keen at all. Again, you do have the Tower here, so I don't know if they plan on stepping in. I do love this Three of Cups. It just feels like friendship, good times, reminiscing, shooting the shit, telling old stories. You could be questioning your roots, where your roots are from, with the Three of Wands being right there. I do remember telling you guys to take a bath. I did order that yesterday. I was telling you guys to order that particular flower. You have the Father of Cups, but it almost looks like he's turning his back here. But you would also be turning your back. This energy wants to come right at you. This one kind of reminds me of nightmares with the Nine of Wands. And this deck is not, it's Hoodoo Tarot, so it's not the same. A lot of the meanings are different, like Lovers for interest. Instance. You don't typically get that, like ancestors not like in a certain particular vibe like that. And then especially with the Tower, but someone still sees it as like an old Victorian. So it could have been somewhere you lived. You could have burned down on a fire. I just know this Nine of Sticks is usually like a fight card. Do I fight? Do I not? But if she got her hands on a gun, she's not messing around either. So if someone was to try to rape her or whatever the case may be, she's all over that. We did talk about nightmares. That could be coming in, but you might have a chance to avoid them if you take that cleansing bath. Again, these cards are historical. Yesterday we came up with the fact that we were working with indigenous energies, a couple different ones, 1800s, 1700s, early 1900s. Native American energy as well. And I just got pulled to Spirit, and that was Native American. All right. You didn't move yesterday, but today you want to make noise? Dear Lord. I'm hearing not Jiffy. It could be peanut butter, it could be the oil place, but I was not Jiffy. I was getting Gypsy. It's not like a gypsy reading. It's its own individual reading. It's just root work. It's magic. It's root magic. Going all the way back to your ancestors. So for those who are Native American and have a hard time believing that, your roots can be all the way back here, then so be it. I mean, I know there's other energies within this deck, but I do see a lot of American Black history versus I'm actually here in the Western culture. I mean, Native American right there. She could be white or mulatto or something else, but interracial was tough too. It could be a childhood friend that's thinking about you. You just have a lot of Native American indigenous energies. But I did say spirit, so it looks like they might want to concentrate on the Native American side of indigenous. She definitely looks more 1800s, early 19. No, I'd say 1800s. But I am feeling 1700s with Native American energy here too. I think the horse was at the bottom of this deck. No, I thought it was. So there was we did talk about rape yesterday. I'm not really getting that vibe as much as I did yesterday. Good morning, guys. So there is 2 men here. Could this be 2 women? Possibly, but I think it's a mixture. I don't know. I think you're the same woman here. I know there's a lot of 3s in the letters, but it's almost like someone just like walks away. But you notice the back's not turned here, so I do feel like this is a different energy compared to this Father of Basket. And I do think the Father of Basket and the Father of Coins might be the same person in a different lifetime. I'm actually getting like Arabian Night energy with the genie up there with the Father of Coin. And then I think this is a completely different energy that walked away from you. They could be younger. It's not a page. It's literally the 8 of Cups. But 8 of Cups, the back is always behind you. This one's right in front of you. But still like snooty. And it could be anxiety coming towards this energy. This could be someone seeing themselves marrying you and it's making them nervous. I do remember now, right at the bottom of this, it's not gambling. It's kind of like giving. Somebody has a big win. I just noticed her ring. But right before the reading yesterday, this $2 bill fell. And I didn't even know that there was a $2 bill in this deck. So currency could be a thing here. I get some lotion on my hands. You and me together, right here, right now. And again, it's not like normal tarot. There's history in each card saying something. The deck I bought yesterday is pretty cool. It's based on prophecies to complete prophecies. Speak. Let me see. Because it wasn't like a whole lot of options with this Seven of Cups. It was more new opportunities and cleansing and clearing your energy. Let's see what this Three of Cups is. Because usually it's celebration, hanging out with people. You got dim bones. You got judgment. But every time a major arcana comes out, I do want to read it from you because, again, it is in the book. Do not judge by appearances, but judge with the right judgment. She was on one of the plantations, Carolina buckthorn. Is the plant. A woman puts her hand over her mouth in shock of what the bones on the table reveal. Astrogalomancy is dividing bones or dice, practiced by indigenous American and African people, which are the two vibes that I had here. Divination with bones require a reader to associate different meanings with each bone based on how it landed. The bones in the chickens and the cats are most acceptable to, contrary to popular belief, which animals was strictly up to the individual root worker. A set of bones could include not only the remains of animals, but also items as keys, seashells, crystals, like other divination. When she appears in your reading, you are being reminded it's time to focus on what you need rather than what you want. Most likely, will you have some tough choices, but if you're willing to put your ego aside, you have the best guarantees. It's also reminding you that people are going to talk about you no matter what you do, so make sure you remain in alignment with your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Acknowledge that no one escapes judgment, even if judge is yourself. So you might need to take an honest assessment of yourself. What's your reputation? Are you still in alignment? Do you want this fresh start? A neutral position no longer an option? Do others need to know where you stand on an issue? If so, stop stalling and tell them. So it could be a friend, could have been somebody that walks away, somebody you walked away from. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of gossip. There could be some type of shock here too with the Judgment card, considering the Tower is also here. But I think this Tower is an old life you have with somebody. Because it's not necessarily seeing what it is, somebody seeing it with rose-colored glasses, but it's how somebody wants to see the old Victorian house before it burnt down or before it came an insane asylum, before, you know what I mean, like before history got its eyes on it. Like somebody here still pictures that house, senses that house. I did want to start throwing dice into the gypsy reading. Dice isn't usually with this one, but the next cards I'm working with is the Conjuring deck too, the Conjure. But it's beautiful. It's not like this is the new one I got. It's just called the Conjure cards, but it's Secrets of the Old Time Mountain Prophets. So it just has like symbols on it, kind of like the Gypsy Tarot. Like I said, I want to start reading playing cards versus regular tarot right now, just so you guys get more clarity out of your readings. So your ancestors could be, you could be inheriting a gift. I think it would be a gift you always had, or maybe you just didn't know. I know for the last month on YouTube, off and on, it has been talking about DNA activations and gifts being awakened, but needing to kind of like also look for them in the midst of soul searching. I'm surprised the Hermit hasn't come out of this deck. But there's beautiful stories behind each card, which gives more of a detail of what you like, because this Seven of Cups is not the normal Seven of Cups. It doesn't talk about like options like a regular deck would. This is like take a bath, clear your energy, cleanse your energy. So those options will appear. So it's kind of like a stuck card, but it's not. It's kind of saying you can evade the Tower here if you wanted to. Strong nightmares, I'm glad they haven't kicked in yet. Dr. Grant, this card bothered me when I first opened this deck. I got really emotional. You know, it's really close to the swamp too. Let's see what it says, because you need clarity with this Seven of Cups, but I know the bath is going to help, but let's see if it gives us any information. And I do think this has to do with somebody's astrology chart too. You definitely had a past life with somebody within this reading too. And you have the garden. Okay, it says, the Lord will guide us in ways. The Lord will guide us always. He will satisfy your needs in some way. Land will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like in the spring, for those who never fail. So it is the world. This was prior to the Industrial Revolution and farmers' trade. So another reason how I can interpret the world. See what I'm saying? I just opened this deck yesterday because I was working with my Gypsy deck first. So you're going to have patience with me with this one because I have to literally learn the meaning of these cards to tell you a different story. So that means you're back to life in this situation. And I want to say within the last 4 months, we had a reading in regards to like the new industrial revolution, compared to the older one. So you could play some factor there. But the meaning of this card also says when the garden appears in a reading, it's letting you know that you've successfully taken care of business and now it's time to reap the goodness that you have sown. Count your blessings. If your query relates to gossip or rumors, the garden can try to tell you to mind your own business at the same time. And don't force affairs onto others. Instead, be concerned about not what others are doing, but how they're doing it. This is, again, it's hoodoo tarot, guys, so it's not the normal world. This says, how can you heal the world? You made it, now enjoy it. Learn the art of being content. Stop and smell the roses. Don't wait for anybody to bring pleasurable experiences to you. Make what you feel safe, grounded, and whole. The solution has arrived. There is nothing more to seek. Seriously consider the benefits of working there or joining that club. Okay, so consider the following. And that's not the normal for the world in tarot, guys. So again, bear with me because I'm learning 3 new decks for you guys at the same time. Cuckoo. And they're different decks. They're all different. This one I can relate more to like the gypsy, but it's different. It's your story. The gypsy, there's a little more of a story. Just it's a different way. So it's not like, oh, congratulations or something's over. It's like, no. So some of you do have certain positions with the new way of looking at. Mother of Cups is looking at me. Look how beautiful. A new way of looking at the world differently. How can you heal the world? It's not, it's... So let's just leave it at that. Somebody must have made some type of judgment call here, but it looked like it was a good judgment call if it was on the end where you're really trying to benefit yourself and maybe others. If it's somebody else, again, I don't know if you guys turned your backs on each other, but even if she did, she's pretty damn content. I think this energy here is nervous even confronting you. And I do feel like you've had multiple past lives with this person. I keep getting pulled to the song like Aladdin, Arabian Nights. The whole I Dream of Genie here. Abu, he was the cutest little monkey. Monkey see, monkey do. It's like yesterday, right? With us eating bananas wrong this whole time. Let's see what this future holds. Look at this 3 of Sticks. Deck's definitely not ready for that one. 3 of Sticks. 6 of Sticks. It's definitely some type of victory. I will say the horse almost reminds me of a Trojan horse. But this horse, like the Trojan horse that got in and escaped, they all escaped out of they all attacked. The horse does look more proud than the person. Got people in the background smiling, cheering. I wasn't going to look up the Six of Swords. I mean, the Six of Sticks, but I'm not picking up on it. Oh, these are the court cards. Six of Sticks. Nat Love, 1854 from 1921, one of the greatest cowboys of all time, is seen riding into town while people cheer, according to the Love's autobiography. He was badly wounded and taken captive by Pima Indians, who eventually nursed him back to health using herbs. The Primas adopted him as a member of their tribe and escaped captivity on the horse he named Yellow Dog. Victory, getting promoted, overcoming hardship, receiving compliments, great news, becoming a VIP, encouragement, could be working for a new enterprise, and being able to recognize a hero. I need a hero. Wasn't that on Spirit too? So the Sun with the Horse Spirit, or just horses, you might really love horses, but your future does look happy. I just heard grim for some of you with this 3 of 6. I guess it just depends on how your actions have been, last few years or your lifetime, like what but there is going to be something successful here for you. It could be in another country. I do feel like your messages today from your ancestors are Native American, because it's the first vibe I got with Spirit, with horses in the movie Spirit. Yesterday was more African American and Australian Indigenous. So Native Indigenous energies today. Pay attention to your dreams. They could be telling you. Be careful, because there could be some gossip here too. People are talking about you behind your back. But I think Spirit is going to handle a situation here with this, because 7 of Swords is like trick. It's not trickery normally. I mean, well, yeah, it can be, but not like manipulation, maybe to get there. But this is like, gotta eat your vegetables, so you're putting them in the meatballs or something so the kids don't notice it or something like that. But somebody else lied to somebody else. So there could be another lover that they just broke up with. Or I'm hearing, sweetest is you, ain't no other lover, sweetest is you, something like that. And it's like somebody has this detailed image, or they had a dream, it was a past life. I don't know if it freaked them out, so that's why they walked away, because I don't see you walking away here. I see you pretty good and confident, things going good. I do think this is the same person, just 2 different lifetimes. And remember, Spirit does not like somebody you're with currently. If you're talking to somebody, dating, getting to know somebody, that's different. These are 2 people holding hands, walking together, possibly getting married. That message came out the other day. Oh, I just looked up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So you might end up marrying this person that you had past lives with. What's that monkey's name again? Arabian Night. What was his name? What was the monkey? Abu. What was the What was his name, though? Aladdin. His name was Aladdin. Right? I don't fucking know. Abu? Yeah, the dog. I mean, monkey. Aladdin and she was the princess and considered a straight rat. Usually resonates with me in my situation. Dala, come on. Dala. Delia. Is that an I? Okay. You're not a street rat. And I don't remember a rat even being in that movie. You didn't even say anything about a rat. Oh, yeah, you did, a street rat. Oh, he was considered, yeah, and she was the princess. But I do think it's two different lifetimes, you and this person. And this time, someone was meant to come in or is meant to come in. But somebody could be considering an ex. And I feel like the ex shouldn't even come up in this reading because the reading is so strong. But you do have if you have Native American ancestries, which a lot of people do, you'd be surprised. Because depending on how many lifetimes you've had, if you've been doing this from the beginning, because when I first channeled this deck, I got a Bigfoot. And Bigfoot was like caveman energy as well, so I think I said Sasquatch instead of Bigfoot. It's same meaning, but maybe down south they call it a Sasquatch. There is some down south energy here too. But I do like her bone reading here. I love bones myself. Maybe it's something I did in a past life, including you guys if it's coming out on the board. Let's see what this Father of Baskets. Let's see, get a little more on the Father of Baskets, please. You have the Daughter of Sticks and the Four of Knives. So kind of just sitting back, but I can't say like resting with this Four of Swords because the meaning of these cards are different. I really didn't think I was going to have to look in the book for these ones. I didn't yesterday with the rest of them, but today it's like, look in the book. Daughter of Sticks. The Daughter of Sticks is rearing up on a horse in order to change directions. The flock of birds above her forming is an arrow indicating the best course of action. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. The Daughter of Sticks is about to get pumped up and a job well done maintaining her high energy until the end. On the positive side, she is passionate, determined, bold, free-spirited, charming, revolutionary, self-asserted, and loves to travel. On the negative side, she's hot-tempered, abusive, competitive. Yeah, no, I don't see it like that. So I love it. That's probably my favorite definition of the Daughter of Sticks. Trying to figure out the best course of action. The flock of birds above her forming an arrow indicate that that's her best course. The Daughter of Sticks is rearing up on the horse in order to change directions. Yeah, see, you typically don't get that message. It's definitely a messenger incoming, usually positive, but it doesn't usually talk about direction. It could always bring you in a different direction, of course, but let's see what this Four of Knives is. Licorice root. A young man decides to take a break from his hunt for rest for a moment. He knows that probability of success is increased by doing so. The horseshoe he wears around his neck for good luck. That's awesome because a lot of people don't know when to rest, and I think that one knew when to rest too. You could be recentering your energy, contemplation, solitude, peace, quiet, recovering, preparation, medications, and getting a grip. So I don't think this is getting a grip. Just want to make sure the mic is close enough for you to hear me, guys. You and me together right now. Good morning. Good observation, Tina. So this feels more feminine than masculine. I don't think this masculine is resting. I don't think that's what it's saying at all. I think there's a feminine being guided, or unless he's thinking he's being guided towards this, but is stagnant in the sense of already walked away. I do think somebody here has a lot of anxiety. I mean, let's look at this Nine of Sticks real quick. I mean, she's holding a damn gun. Pepper plant. An oppressed woman had finally decided enough's enough as she protects herself with her mojo bag, a Bible, and a pistol. The skull-top sticks around her represent ancestors who have been waiting for her to make a move, and they are willing to provide assistance. Interesting. You might have fight to the death here, resilience, willpower, boundaries, and an attitude of would rather do than die. Well, that's intimidating, but that's the truth. When it came to slavery, I just got pulled to slavery right there. Would rather do than die. Picking cotton, anything like that, you know. So again, this is not normal tarot, guys. It's typically anxiety, restless, sleepless nights, nightmares, wounded warrior type energy, get up and fight. But this is your ancestors waiting on you. So if you're looking into any type of magic or any type of historical events or ancestry, I would tune into indigenous, Native American energies. I am getting US. There's a big part of Canada in one of these reads somewhere too with American indigenous. And yesterday I did put on Native American music, but I got more African, Black history. Today, it's more Native American. I'll never forget that dream I had where it's like they welcomed me into a ceremony. I've never had such a dream like that in my entire fucking life. Ever. It was amazing. So, and that was years ago. So I hope they wouldn't be saying like, Courtney, what the fuck have you been doing for 2 years? Why are you not channeling us? Why are you not figuring out what that dream meant? I knew it was a ceremony. I knew I was being let into something. But yet, haven't done anything yet, if that makes sense, in regards to that energy. I just look at it as like an awe. It was just amazing. There's just certain dreams. And I never thought I'd say that. Certain dreams, literal dreams, that I remember the rest of my life. I had 3 very empowering dreams. 4 so far in my lifetime while on this journey. one took, I don't know if aliens, extraterrestrials took me up to the sky. I saw the whole galaxy, the stars, the Milky Way. Like, it was wild. I tried to get back into that dream for a long time. It never let me back in. And then when the extraterrestrial flew down towards me, that was a kick-ass dream. So, but I feel like a lot of you are going to have nightmares versus dreams. So nightmares were yesterday and today were dreams. But I think it's kind of like, hey, live out your dreams too if you know you're here, because the world's up there too and judgment's up there too, in the sense of how can you heal the world? Because you don't get that off a normal tarot. I know I'm going to be stressing all this for a couple weeks, guys, but it's the truth. It looks like normal tarot, but it is not. It's hoodoo tarot, which is told much differently. And you're working with 4 or 5 different energies, ancestral energies. A lot of people want to say it's just like Black history or like Black in general, and it's not about the color, but indigenous people were also very dark, guys, until, as the years went by. And not always, not with everybody. I literally have this one website that goes on my Instagram. Not Black beauties, but like African Black or something like that. These women with afros like this, like goddesses, absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like blacker than black. Gorgeous. I'm like, oh my God, you guys must walk around on eggshells. You get a scar, forget about it. So I do think I am getting negative in the sense, and I said this yesterday. There could be prejudice here because, I remember saying to you guys something, if you don't like me working with, an African-American deck, yada, yada, too bad, so sad. I have oracles that are just as beautiful. African oracles, African goddesses. How can you educate, people like haters, but I'm not worried about it. But that card just kind of said something like that too, in the sense of like, okay, what are you doing? It has nothing to do with haters. It's just, okay, what are you doing? You might have a dream and this dream tells you something. Again, the same herbs are in the bath up here that need, like, you need this clearing, hoppus or something. It was on yesterday's raid. Could just be meditation, dream state. But all your ancestors are like, come on, what are we doing here? This one seems to be going in a new direction, but not doing anything. It's like guided right towards you. You guided right towards something, and then it's like you walk away or they walk away. It's the beauty of it all. I'm going to actually grab the goddess deck. But there is judgmental people out there right now. Because I can hear it. I can sense it. Like, do you have a right? And it's like, what? Is this real life? You sound stupid. Like, you can't be a white girl. Yeah, see, you can't be a white girl and read things like this. Like, Black history. Like, why the fuck can I not do that? So you definitely have some haters or someone's against you. Reading cards differently, maybe. I'm just putting myself in the situation. Whatever you do, being an advocate for certain stuff. And it's like, how can you be an advocate if you haven't experienced or this and that? I don't know. You definitely have some haters out there, but I definitely wouldn't worry about it. I just want to clarify this woman with these cards because it's pretty clear. Mother of coin and the mother of stick. It's like, all right, definitely ancestors watching over you too, giving you signs. This nine of stick was like a brand new message for you guys because that is not a normal message in regular tarot. So you snooze, you lose. I don't know what that means. It's not towards spirituals. Mother of coin, mother of sticks, please. You got worthiness. Number 5. But it's like magical shit here too. And then you have manifestation. See, this is already in you. This is already something your ancestors know you have. Yeah, see, etheric cords. It's the ancestral energy here. It's beautiful. You could be really good at rituals, magic, hoodoo. Hoodoo is just working with your roots, your ancestors, guys. Hoodoo magic. You know, it doesn't really have a negative side to it like voodoo and other things, cultural. It's root work, root magic. I am excited to get to know these cards because you're going to get a whole new story that comes out. Let me see what this 8 of baskets is about. 8 of cups, please. Because around the corner, you have something solid. I don't know if something had to fall apart first. You have the 2 of coin, 7 of coin. It's all about where you're choosing to invest. Look at more modern day there with the 2 of coin and Dr. Buzzard. So some type of justice coming towards you, or yeah, it's basically what your ancestors were saying in the beginning as well. A lot of juggling going on in your life in general. But I love that the 7 of coins is looking right at this daughter of sticks as if it's like talking to you. Where are you going to invest? Are you going to follow the birds? Are you going to follow the words, the guidance? Hey, Mrs. Robinson. Dun, 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 dun. Why are you not where you're supposed to be? What the fuck? It isn't. Some major arcana is not the exact number, too. I have to read it differently. And when certain numbers come on the board, it has to be read differently as well. All right. Dr. Buzzard, which we know is justice. And I will execute great vengeance upon this furious rebukes, and they shall know what I am, the Lord, when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. Ezekiel 25:17. He's from 1816 to 1947, famous root worker in South Carolina and St. Helena Island. He's known for chewing the root, the court, the practice by the protected criminal defenses of guilty verdicts and harsh sentences. The practice brought Robinson in conflict with J.E. Tier, which changed Robertson's practicing medicine without a license. Subsequently, attempt to convict Robinson failed. Can you resolve a conflict here? Did you do anything wrong? If not, don't worry. Did someone do something wrong to you? If not, don't worry about it. If yes, then they're going to set the wheel of justice in motion against themselves. Have you taken responsibility for the choices you make? If something is forgivable, then forgive. Now what? Move on. If revenge is taken for offense, you will regret that you did, and once you claim it, you can chill out and move on. It's almost pulling me to what's that saying when they come, because this is justice, but he was a medicine doctor. It's pulling me to like me being a healer, but let's not forget healers can hurt too. And not hurt in the sense of a painful experience, hurt and in the sense of like dark energy hurt. You know, but majority of us don't go on that side. So there was a show I was watching the other day. It's an older show. I've just been watching things on like psychic. Some are okay, some are not. Some of them are straight up boring. Except for that Tia on Netflix or Amazon. But darker energy and the darker energy won this time, and well, they just call her darker energy. She calls herself the White Serpent. Like she just channels from different energies. It doesn't necessarily make her bad. It's just she works with darker energies. And one of the ladies and a couple of the other ladies, you know, we work with different types of magic, different light, dark and light. And she's like, well, it's sad, you know, I didn't win because there's so many light workers out there, and the dark took first place, and it would have been nice for a light worker. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, the dark can take first place too. You know, I don't mind working with dark energy. You have to find the balance between both of them. You have to work with both of them. If you're just choosing light and to be that person because that's what you chose, how are you ever going to, you know, fight your battles? Because if it wasn't for dark energy and dark nights and Arabian Nights, you know, I don't know. Dark energy motivates the fuck out of me, but I still have to remain humble because it's challenging with dark energy. Like, so basically, Spirit saying, yes, Core can heal, but she can also hurt you. Right? So, and that's using dark energy. That's not like hurt you in the sense of, I mean, there's a gun right there too, and I forgot about that. You know, so just because you think we're light workers and we're this, and that, a majority of us light workers are also dark. And they see the beauty in the dark. A lot of light workers do not see the beauty in the dark. It scares them. But you know what? The light workers and the gods and all that, they're the ones that call in the dark energy to do their job. Right? Because they're better at it. So someone's looking at like dark magic and like good magic or light or something, but it's perfect when you have the perfect balance. So, you know, if you have haters out there, and it was like one of my haters, you know, people would be like, oh, it's just, you know, dark energy, shit energy. But with me, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's white energy. I'd be like, you can go fuck yourself. And I'll step right into my dark energy, but I won't exert my dark energy. There's no need to. Because if I use it properly, it's going to motivate me and put me on a different path. Other people, it's revenge, you know. And vengeance, which is the same thing. Kind of, sort of. Your ancestors are ready. You work good with medicine, especially heal the ones that are sick. Especially if somebody's sick, you might have the ability to heal somebody. You can probably conjure energy too. Conjuring, you can conjure light or dark. It's like the gods, or I'm hearing the raven, the gods, or the devil, you know, things like that. I don't think I'd ever want to conjure up the devil, that's for sure, just because I'm not trying to play games and explain myself until, you know, he can calm himself. But I got no problems calling in dark angels, that's for sure. Like, especially in this card, I would actually like those to be like dark angels versus like just birds. You know what I mean? Because then I know I'm even more protected and I'm more motivated to get out there. But again, like, so I guess the message is here for some of you, like for your haters, it's more like you are a healer, but don't underestimate a healer because they can also hurt you. So there is vengeance here, but I mean, I don't typically do an eye for an eye because it's like, do you really learn anything in life? Like, do you want to come back and repeat it? Like, I'm very weary, especially if it's personal. I don't want to do an eye for an eye because that becomes very karmic. If this is an eye for an eye in the sense of something global, yeah, that's like me with the stocks, an eye for an eye. Take from the rich, give to the poor. Teach people how to invest. You know, there's so many investment videos out there in stocks, and do you know not one of them really teaches you? And that very much to me is extremely intentional for it to go that way. It's like you got to take 8 different fucking routes to get there. It's ridiculous. Let me go pee. I'll be right back. Okay. So, what's that song? Enemies. Yeah, you have enemies out here, guys, but like, we're not just talking like individuals that are just hating you. We're talking like cults, dimensions. We're talking big moves here. And you have cultural differences. I don't know if it's like really fighting for you, but it's, you know, this one be more good at this one. Hopefully she follows this one. Because I'm getting pulled to like everything Native American right here. It could be a dangerous, twisty road, but it shouldn't stop you. That, if anything, it'd probably be a little fear. But again, I keep healing. I mean, I keep hearing like healers heal, but they can also hurt. But I'm getting like raptors. I'm getting like hurt. They can like, You think they can't conjure up the devil and send them your way? It's shit like that. They have the availability. Healers have the availability to use different magic towards different things. Me personally, I try not to make it personal in the sense of certain individuals. That's when my guides can take over that situation, because that's when things become karmic, and I don't want magic taken away from me each lifetime because I wanted to play with it the wrong way. It's foolish. It's immature. There's another word I'm looking for. You think your magic works with wicks, and it's just, it doesn't. And there's a lot of, there's something of witchcraft here. Didn't that come out yesterday, witchcraft? I think it was in the Gypsy read the day before. Sometimes people will set intentions, light candles, use whatever the case may be. But that spell will come right back towards them because it's all negative towards you. If, you're sending negativity towards other people, it's never going to go in your favor. Ever. You have a rough relationship, you have a rough life, you got all these people on TikTok like, oh, motherfucker, my magic worked. He was with somebody, they only lasted like 3 days, and then 2 weeks later he was with somebody else, and that only lasted maybe like after the hookup. Like, it's just like all these people casting things on people, and it's just like, are you guys fucking stupid? Stupid is as stupid does. Bunch of fucking morons. A bunch of retards. And I know that's not PC, but too bad, too fucking sad. There's too many fucking retards walking around out there thinking they're the fucking shit, and they can cast this, they can do that, I can manifest this. Okay, look where you're at now. For all those haters. And trust me, one's in the head. I mean, 2025, a lot of people are about to get it taken down. I just saw a plane, or a small plane going down, a helicopter, no, small plane. SS something, the ships, the submarines, that cruise, any type of travel right now. I am getting pulled to penguins, something near like where penguins live. The weather. Warmer. But the oceans are deep here, so it's they're going to survive for a very, very long time. But it is marking a certain spot on charts. Universal charts, timing. Carolina. Tornadoes. You could see something fall from the sky. I'm getting pulled to Ukraine. Again, we talked about bones in Maine that just come up every year, and these bodies are hundreds and hundreds of years old. Dated all the way back to like 1700s, 1800s. Before it was even Maine. It was a massive graveyard. I think for victims that died in the war. But bones come up every single year. Hundreds. And they just put them right back because we don't want to disturb them. But those poor people that were laid to rest, and like now their bones are scattered everywhere like that. It's got to be tough on the forest. But do their best to, cover them up so they're not being taken. If anyone was to take a bone like that, knowing that you don't know what type of bone it is, or knowing it's human, you probably would be cursed. You don't do shit like that. And I can picture people doing shit like that. Like, oh, what is it? Well, I don't know. It's probably a bone. Let's go find out. Like, why do you want to carry away somebody else's bone? Especially if you know it's not an animal bone. And if you don't know, don't touch. It's like I buy flowers all the time because they're never going to stop buying flowers. They're never going to stop selling them. But I don't pick the ones outside. The only ones I really pick outside is the geraniums because they're so big and heavy. But I leave a lot of geraniums. I try not to pick flowers outside. Wildflowers are like my favorite. Domestic flowers, like a tulip, is like my favorite when it comes to like flowers that they've created, cloned, morphed together. So please be careful of what you pick up outside. Even if you see like a penny and it's like, oh, it's on the lucky head, just leave it. Because it's like, haha, tag, you're it. It's like dark energy wants to draw you in. So definitely today, I just heard, and definitely over the weekend, and today is only Wednesday, careful what you pick up. I feel like it's safe for you to pick up a feather. Like things that you would cherish. When I bring rocks home from the river, I know you're not supposed to, but they mean a lot to me. And I am going to build a waterfall with those stones. I can hold it and look at it and remember that memory in that year. You know, you have miners, that's how we get crystals. But they benefit us. So don't stones. And a lot of people think it's just, you know, rocks. But funny how they don't want you to take rocks, but they'll let you take crystals. You think that's a little fucked up? I do. It's like not that video I did with dolphins. Legally, you can't touch them or interact with them. You'll be arrested. It's a federal crime. And they're one of the smartest animals in the world. Again, you know, trying to tell you something. Can't take rocks, though, because rocks are just as powerful as crystals, guys. They hold the same vibration, if not even stronger sometimes, because they're linked to water. They've been in water, high mountains that are pure and untouched. But it's just like taking a crystal. You're not going to hesitate to buy a crystal, right? Unless you're not vibing with it. But you wouldn't think like, oh, I shouldn't take that because it came from like a cave or it came from this mountain. Like, we don't think about stuff like that. But a lot of national parks, please don't take rocks. It's illegal. Huh. Bet your ass I'll be shoving them everywhere I can. Don't let your mind go to the gutter there. I'm just saying. There'll be some in bras. There'll be some in little pebbles in my socks. My backpack. I'll walk out of there like with a huge fucking backache for days. Because I grabbed rocks. So don't underestimate the elements here too. Yeah, shells are the same thing. Good morning. Shells are just as powerful because I have my shells over there. I remember saying like, wow, I can read shells. And I got a whole story from it. And I was like, wow. The oddest abilities that you would never think of, you know? And again, I've had these two decks for months and months and months, maybe even a year. And I didn't open them because I knew it was different type of magic. And it's 3 different types of magic too. Gypsy magic, hoodoo magic, prophecies through magic, speaking magic. conjure magic, usually done with spells. You know, if you call in the right deities, gods, people. So this spread is definitely projecting, you know, energies that are beautiful. And it's a whole new way to look at something. So as I get to know this, the stories are going to be much smoother. But they tell so much more of a story. Like, these are your ancestors. Like, what are you doing? You know, stuff like that. Justice will be served with all the spells maybe he casted through magic and medicine for all the people that died unnecessarily. You know, now being recognized, or people like now doing his job, or always did that type of job, and it's still a thing. I love the beginning of this book because it was for her grandmother. This book was dedicated to my grandmother, Gladys Hagler Smith, 1939 to 2019, without whose stories of the Old South and the ways of our ancestors, this book would not have been possible. Because hoodoo has been around since the 1700s, some 1600s, but nobody, like, it wasn't mainstream. And because now it's kind of like a mainstream energy, this woman's like, all right, I want to bring this back. And it's powerful. So if you're going to read with bones and, you know, especially bones and shells, you got to be extremely cautious. You can't just fuck around and find out. That's not what this is. Like, you want to fuck around and find out, you're going to find out the hard way. But if this is something you want to explore, it could give you that type of oomph where it's like, all right, I'm going to fuck around with this and see how it goes. You might be good at it. But you need to be respectful, because bones are bones. You're getting them somewhere, whether you order them online or not. They're not manufactured bones, not man-made bones for you to play with. We're talking legit bones, like saving the wishbone from the turkey or a chicken. You know, things like that. There's quite a few. So you probably have a chicken, turkey. One looks like a shoulder bone. One looks like a vertebrae. Geomancy is done with sticks. Okay. Let's do one more read. Some of you would be good at making lotions and potions, enchanting. You can like enchant the forest, or they'll give you like enchanting abilities. Something with the forest and enchanting. Not like enchantment, like literal enchanting energies. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Amy. I'm going to do a second read. I just got pulled to one of my first decks. I was going to do like a gypsy one, but I did just get pulled to it. You and me together, right here. And I do have a whole deck on. There's the arrow. It was like the 6 of Wands. This was one of my first ones too when it came to ancestors. And when it came to ancestors. Oh, Super Dougie, that's amazing. If you ever want to sell those, can you please sell them to me? Please. I will cherish them. I'll give you free readings for like a year in exchange for that deck if you're not partial to it. If you're not partial to the deck, Dougie, give you a free reading every 3 months for a year. 4 readings, hundreds of dollars for just a deck of cards. I will cherish them, I promise you. All right. Email me. I'll call you, babe. I'll call you. Hey, and you need to be careful with the measles, Dougie. Okay? You send pictures of them. No, I don't want to be jealous. If you're partial to them, then they're yours. Make sure they stay in the family. Or you can put it in your will that they get sent to me. My cards are cherished. My cards will be around for generations and generations and generations. And I have hundreds of decks. It's the first thing I was really ever passionate about. Dougie, you're so cute. Dougie, you gonna come to our girls' weekend? I mean, you're gay, so we don't have to worry about it. You're safe. Unless you want to sway ways. 4 cups, we have anger. You typically don't get anger from the 4 cups, but I can so vibe with the anger because it's like, you know, especially if you know what that card is trying to tell you. You got the seer, the seeker, child of wands. So it could be like an angry message or somebody's mad at themselves. They missed an opportunity. There's definitely a change that's needed, but it's the 8 of Worlds, which is Pentacles. So focus on other things. Got the 10 of Cups, passion. The Emperor, 2 fire signs. Could just be Mars energy. The Death card and the Chariot wanted to come out, but the Chariot really wanted to come out. Sage of Worlds, Master and Trust. And the Moon. I see the moon and the moon sees me. Let's not make this complicated. Is that a feather inside of this deck? No, it's a piece of wood, but it almost looks like a bird. Where is... Here's our lineup. You want the camera to be a little darker so you can see? Is darker let you see? Maybe I should go up one more notch. Okay. I want to get a little deck. Like, where's my tiny one right here? Is that all of them now? I like that deck too. Okay. All right. So you have the Four of Cups, Child of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Emperor, the Sage of World, Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Moon. So you have two major arcana. Typically just one. It could be hidden in regards to a work situation. This looks more like a family situation. There could be a Cancer, Aries. Some would say Pisces. It's like a do-over, something that will kind of like make you happy, but at the same time, you have to go for it. It probably is work-related. You don't see where it's going. That's like me working with 3 new decks. I just looked over good morning. I have other family relation gifts. That's so special. Ancestral, yeah, so awesome. Girls' Weekend, huh? Sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm hardly local, 6 miles from Tijuana. Tijuana. Thank you. Good morning, Shannon. Yep, treasure those, Dougie. Make sure they stay in the family, or you write them in your will. I'll give you my full name, address, a second backup. Dougie. If anybody has an old vintage deck, I'll do the same thing for you. I'll read for free, yeah. I got pulled to Marilyn Manson. I only have one old deck, and I think it's what year was this one? The Hathor Tarot deck. I think I paid like $80 for this deck. It was originally created in 1877, got really popular in Egypt in 1904, and then got popular in the U.S. he printed them 1947, 1962, and 1969. But 5 years later, the labor between them and the cards, 1938, didn't really get busy until then. In between 1943 is when they designed them. So this deck is either from 69, 62, or 47. I can't remember. I had to look up, like, I think it was the Joker, printed in Belgium. Because there's a couple of different styles. I know one of mine is an old one. So I know when I bought it, so I'm getting pulled to that too. So like darker energy. Marilyn Manson was kind of like a projecting darker energy. But I will tell you, like, people statistically that listen to like heavy metal like that are more calm in their life. They're less stressed than other people. So I don't think that one's a bad message. And the Alice stuff, a lot of people are haunted by that energy too. Let me run pee. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to unmute you. Australia is about to be hit with bad weather, really bad, from what I heard. Huh. Sorry about this 4 cups. The Hermit. Yeah, see, somebody's like, but I don't like this Hermit either. If you look at the little mouse, he looks angry. Let me see if I turn the light on for you guys. You can see better. Kind of makes it look better, but you got a little bit of a glare. You guys like the light on or off? Okay. I win. No light. So you could be dealing with a Virgo who's angry, bitter, but it's somebody that's kind of mad at themselves. Tell me about this Hermit too. So it could just be surrounding energy, or you know, mad at yourself. You got the Lovers now. So somebody you were intimate with, or was going to be intimate with, or like a really good friend, is kind of kicking themselves in the ass for not approaching, not doing something, not delivering messages. Tell me about this Child of Wands, the Seeker. You have the Fool, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, sorry, and the Wheel of Fortune. Like something has to move. I like the energy. It's almost like you tried to move it, but you couldn't. Someone got stuck. What's this Eight of Worlds? It's typically work. This talks about change, looking at something differently. Good morning. You got the Six of Pentacles. It's like you want to share the cake, but look at the knife. The Nine of Peppers. And the Magician. So whatever this is, you got it. You can handle it. Hi. I hope your toesie's feeling a little better, Bubba. A lot of major arcana coming out. I mentioned the beginning with the Sage. I mean, with the Emperor and the Moon. But now we got the Lovers, the Hermit, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. Tell me about this Ten of Cups real quick. You want your numbers? You want breakfast? Oh. Got the Page of Cups. Nine of Cups. It could be a new family member. But it's like they're both looking over here at the Eight of Pentacles. Like, she looks angry too. Like, somebody's about to manifest something with somebody, and somebody here is going to be angry. About what you manifest. I think you're going to be happy. It's going to complete you. Oh, I don't usually say that. What is that? Jerry Maguire? You should see the sun coming up right now. It's awesome. Peanut butter, you have worms in there from last night. Come and get them. Come and get them, buddy. If you're ready, come and get it. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. I know. It's fabulous, right? Who's the cutest ever? Who's the cutest ever? I just took pictures of them. On this box on the ceiling. Chewy toys. But it's up high above my desk. So you can watch. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, Mama's talking about you. I have to leave here at 7:30, so I have 40 more minutes with you. This thing is so loud. I can't figure out. It doesn't even let me shut it off. Jeremy, what did I say? You're complete, or it completes the family or something? There's the Emperor again, off. Here you go. And it is passion. It's the 10 of Cups. It's, it's like, here, give me some. But like, I think this is somebody that actually is going to not like your next step in the month of March. Tell me about the Emperor. This could just be you taking the lead. The 8 of Cups is over there out. The Chariot. You have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like 8 of Cups and then the Chariot. It's like real quick. So again, this is somebody who has feelings, or you're going to be happy about something. They offer something. It's the Page of Pentacles. Again, I do think it has to do with work or whatever you're manifesting, or whatever it is you've already manifested and now you got to work with. I do feel like there is a lover's situation here going on with the 4 of Cups. It's like somebody didn't take their shot. The Sun. About the Sun. So you're seeing something very clear. Maybe some of you should write children's books. King of Swords. 6 of Peppermills. It could be somebody older. It could be traveling. Because this card is like trust. And then you got the 3 of Cups, celebrations, friendships, birthday parties. Page of Peppermills. So, but it's kind of like not quite doing anything quite yet about something. And then you got the Star. So you got the Moon, Star. You got the Star. You got the Moon, the Star, and the Sun. There's definitely something here in alignment, whether you're aware of it or not. Especially with all this. Wow. Wow, guys. Tell me about the Moon. Queen of Flamingos. Judgment. You could have already made a judgment call. Someone here, once again, can be very stressed out with the 9 of Swords. But you also have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So you have a court couple. Someone here could be younger, or could be children, 3 children. But definitely being guided. And I don't really feel Aquarius energy with the Star. I feel like trust where this goes and you're going to be successful, the High Priestess. Make sure you're using your intuition here. I don't think it's secretive. And then you got the 4 of Swords. Make sure you're also resting. Got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Let me grab those over there. Tell me about the Hermit. That's too many. Tell me about the Hermit, please. Because this looks angry, and that's an angry card as well. And then it's like the Lovers. So you have insight, wisdom, owl, unusual powers, deciphering mysteries, seeing the truth, no sense of humor, looking at life from all angles, exploring the unknown, and the magic life. You got tape. A sticky situation, cutting things away in order to hold things together, fixing things. You could be extremely taboo to somebody. And somebody here wants to fix something with you or with something, their job, their friends, family. But this looks like a lover situation, like an ex or somebody you dated or somebody you already dating. But if your energy is changing, I just got pulled to Peter. When I went to Peter's last weekend, he was like, wow, your face changed. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you think it's just because I'm not like upbeat and shit? You know, because surgery, a lot going on. He was like, no, your face changed. He's like, but you're still gorgeous. Don't worry. I'm like, I'm not worried. But very flattering. Thank you. But he's the second person to say that. And whenever we ascend, face changes, especially as you get older. But when we have our hard awakening, our faces, our demeanor does change a little. So I think somebody didn't take an opportunity here because you are taboo. And maybe they're just seeing it and they missed the opportunity. It's like wanting to fix it, but I don't know if this person can deal with you being taboo. Tell me about the Fool, please. Because this is like a message. You have a nail. Building, not solid. Need secure. Build over. Painful but truthful communication. Nail in the coffin. Hitting the nail on the head. Put a pin in it for later. New beginnings needed. Flawed situations. Tower moment. Jesus. So as you ascend, somebody else is kind of going down here with the Fool. I guess they thought Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune thought something was going to go in their way, or was hoping something didn't go in your way. What is this, Magician, please? Because this is, you already have this. You have a friend, trust, and you do have trust down here. With the Six of Wands, so something can be very successful here. But you have friend, quiet, comfort, trust, comfortable, hanging out, doing nothing with someone you like, a friend, a pal. So you manifested somebody into your life, or you're about to. And to me, you're going to have a lot of fun with them over here with the Ten of Cups. And I mean, there could be a child that's born or getting ready to be born. Cake, festive, caution, slippery situation, birthday party, butt curvy, sometimes delicious, happening, reward, having your cake and eating it too. Festive, slippy situation. So I still see this as positive, but I also see it as a sticky situation. I don't think you know what that sticky situation is yet. And that, let's not forget the towers over there too. What is this Emperor energy? I think it's just you taking the lead, or somebody that really cares about you, or something you're going after that you care about. Has to do with possibly your foundation. And you have a kite situation blowing in, fragile, pretty, tangled reminders. It's okay, keep going. Spoon, party, celebration, food, drinks, feel your body well. Feed your body well, health and abundance, feeding your soul, food for thought. You do have the Three of Cups up there too. So again, it's taking the initiative, or somebody here is going to take the initiative. And you also have the Sun here too, which I think is great. Horse, high horse, dependable, to own, faulty foundation, workhorse, in need of work, find outside, unstable inside, proud. Ain't too proud to beg. Well, somebody else here is Humpty Dumpty. Okay. But it's also the Sun, so maybe somebody's noticing their pride or their ego, too proud to say I'm sorry, because sometimes that's an apology for me, the Page of Cups. And with this trust over here and friendship on the Six of Wands, like something will pan out here. It's just a matter of how you want to walk this path. Because it's like you don't see it coming with the moon. So by the time it arrives, it's like, all right, you really have to like think about it. And we got the bees, hardworking person, fertilization, sting, growth, provider, fearless, life sustaining, seed situation, seeking, respected. So yeah, something's definitely gonna pan out for you. You got gray, murky situation, more to be seen, look deeper, depression, that's deep. Umbrella, femininity, passion, shelter, prestige, power, prosperity, protection, royalty, or a need for protection. But it's almost like two lovers too. So it's like somebody on the outside, again, like somebody wanting to intrude in here. I'm hearing rumors, spreading rumors. Someone's going to be extremely successful, probably in the public eye as well. Just trust that you're going in the right direction and that they're guiding you. And there is somebody here, but there's another third party here. Again, it's someone that doesn't like you. That's okay, right, troops? Who gives a shit? I'm getting like fake haters. What's a fucking fake hater? What the fuck is a fake hater? Like somebody that's like, oh yeah, I hate him too. It's like your girlfriend backing you up, but then it's like, it's fake. The minute she gets a chance, she'll put her claws into him. So you have a fake friend here too for some of you. Be careful who you're hanging out with, friend or foe. Or let's hope that's not that person coming in. And it's like, okay. Messages fast, please. You advice and you got protect. You're being asked to protect yourself against certain energies and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly, but it's important though to set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection into place. I feel that big time. Get prepared. Love card. Could be finding new love here. I leave these spreads in. The other one was advice, and this is love. And then a fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life. Open up fully to the gifts that you have been giving. Okay, so that's a good thing. Let's do one more. Got lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. There's just hard things happening, but not always easy here on earth. But you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's also important that you do. So whatever this new start is coming, whether you create it, whether 2 people created it or 8 people created it, or it's, a freshie, a new baby, you're going to be okay. For some of you, this is definitely work. Others of you, there's also personal life in here when it comes to either an ex or somebody you stopped talking to that wants to come back around. I don't know if they're going to come back around. I don't know which one's going to come back around. But I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just stay content and, take opportunities. It's almost like saying, like explaining it to you, like me, using these 3 new decks in 3 different ways because they're all different. So within those decks, I'm going to find something I'm really good at. Be able to break stories down way different for you. And I do think it's important to use the hoodoo and the gypsy deck and the conjuring deck because that's the original, like, tarot before this got corrupted. There's so many in-betweens here, and in the other ones, there's not in-betweens. That's why it was so freaky to people, because it would happen. And it happens because of astrology. Anybody can fake being a psychic. Anybody. I mean, look at Sylvia Brown. I really like her. I don't think she's fake, but Montel has had people on his show, and I'm going way back, 30 years maybe, 25 years. People on his show, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, she's literally reading the astrology for the week. And this woman was like, yeah. But, like, she was only reading the energy of astrology. So, see what I'm saying? Like, anybody can get away with it. Saying they're a medium, we know how to say certain stuff. If you're familiar with life lessons, you can get away with any of it. It just depends on where you're putting your heart into something. The other one would be fraud, fake. Maybe that's that fake energy I just felt. Maybe that's it. I just heard laundry, but I'm getting pulled to laundry soap. I use free and clear. No dyes, no smell. It's I forget the name of it. But my dad brought home laundry soap, and I don't know if he was just trying to save money, but it's so strong and so gross. And I had to wash my stuff. My stuff twice, and my mother's, to get the smell out. Because, my mom has stage 4 cancer. She's not doing very great right now. And you don't want to switch up laundry soaps. Like, we never switch up laundry soaps. I like that laundry soap, So, I don't know if you guys have a rash, if you're using anything different, that type of stuff. Hi, Brian. Appreciation Station. I gotta jump back onto members and figure that out too. Just so you know, if you're still on members, you did get your money back for the last 3 months. I'll do that this week. I'll sit down and write a schedule. And we'll go live in the morning on members. But I want to get cute with members. I don't just want the same reads. I want to do something differently, and it has to do with healing. I want to get super creative on members. All right, y'all. I love you. I have 3 doctor's appointments today. It's going to be a busy day. And then I have a colonoscopy, too. And an endoscopy. That sucks, right? But hey, I feel like I cleaned my gut out. It feels fucking great. But I'm that person that loves to, clean my stuff out like that. Where it's it's just bile. It's yes. Yes. I know it sounds gross, but makes me feel clean, you know? So, lots to do today. But I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. How's it going in there? So, yeah. I might want to work with incantations too on members. Maybe we can play with magic for those who want to play with magic. Maybe we'll do something like that. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Because I left it up, but I was able to return the money. Because even using these cards compared to like my new 3 decks, the story will always be different. And it would be very precise, very specific. Oh my God, can someone spell that out for me again? Specific. Specific. So SPAIF. Pacific. I'll write it that way. Is that what it was? It was either Amy or Shannon that broke it down for me before. You gotta break it down, Shannon. You gotta put dashes in that, girlfriend. Because I remember being like, thank you, Tammy. Awesome. Specific. Oh, look at that. You guys have the magic touch with my tongue. Okay. Anywho, that sounded dirty. It's definitely not. But I appreciate you guys. And I will see you. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy, Amy, Shannon. Love you guys. Bye.